Hello there fellow NPCs, I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back into the house in Fata Morgana. In the last few videos we have seen how Michel, the black-haired maid, have been tortured, sexually abused, and a lot of stuff like that, just about throughout her life, honestly. And that is my reason for believing that she actually is the white-haired girl. After removing herself from the story, all that was left was the shell that is the white-haired girl. Question is, how does all of this tie up into the rest of the stories that we have seen so far? We're about to find out. We are right now in Giselle's point of view still, because we are seeing the red bush over here. When it's blue, it's Michel. But now we're going to look more into Giselle's past. Let's go. On the cusp of springtime, I found myself trekking through the dreary forest I had thought I would never set foot in again. Right, she was tortured and told them that if you need money you can go to the mansion where Michel lives. How had I ended up here? How come I could never manage to avoid getting myself in these situations? And who would have guessed that my reason for returning to the mansion would be to loot it? I prayed for God to show me even a little mercy and ensure Michel wasn't around. He always is. Though I knew the chances of that happening were almost zero. After several hours of walking, we broke through the thick woods and the mansion appeared before us. Like its surroundings, the house was bleak and uninviting. Even the midday sun seemed disinterested in shining its light upon it. Despite there not being much of anything impressive about it, the entire mob stood speechless before its overwhelming presence. But the men had weapons and they were fueled by avarice, which gave them the courage to approach this place they wouldn't normally otherwise. Oh right, M.D., that's his name. Door won't open. I think it's barred from the inside. It would seem somebody really does live in this cursed place. I'm honestly surprised. Even more so that it's not a witch but just a noble. The door's old, we could break it down. Yeah, let's bust it down. Hold on, there's no need to be barbaric. Did you even consider knocking on the door like normal people? You sound like a band of thieves. That's something else coming from you. Who do you think proposed this plan, Giselle? You! Alright, man. You ready for lives in luxury? Break down that door! They got twisted real fast. Lives in luxury, huh? They just wanted to survive a week ago. And now they are dreaming of lives in luxury. Stop it! It's the damn nobles who make our lives so hard! They deserve to be robbed. Break it! Break down the door! Please stop this. Break it down! Break it down! Break it down! Break it down! Stop! Yeah, not good. All the repressed emotions detonated. They battered the door again and again and again. In a few minutes' time, it was on the verge of collapse. They shouted and cheered and hooted like madmen, as my peaceful life came crumbling down around me. Growing lightheaded from the anxiety, I squeezed my eyes shut, unable to bear it any longer, when the deep groan of a door opening echoed through the forest. It would seem you are not aware whose house you're trying to break into. Ooh, he is being pretty and beautiful here. The world is silent, like time had come to a stop. No one could manage to say a word, only stare at the man who had appeared from within the mansion. Surely you know what this place is called. Beneath the dazzling midday sun, he had a bone-chillingly alabaster skin and long, nearly translucently pale hair. So surely you came prepared for whatever you would find. And his eyes were like two blazing infernos staring out across the mob. A demon! Someone muttered, probably unconsciously. It did, indeed, look like something not of this world. It's a demon! The rumors about this place were true! A cursed demon lives here! Demon? Him? Michael? No, he's not cursed. Indeed, I am cursed. The witch's curse is real. I have inherited it in its entirety, as well as her purpose. Oh. A witch, a demon, a spirit impure. Call me whatever you wish, for the truth shall not change. I carry within me an eternal curse. Behold my flesh, pale as the moon. No red blood flows beneath this skin, as it does yours. Behold my hair, utterly devoid of color, offered up to the devil as part of our pact. Behold these crimson eyes, a symbol of the lifeblood spilt at my hands. I shall bring calamity upon you, as the witch of legend. Never-ending famine, plague, catastrophe, suffering for generations. Until the moment of your death, you shall regret ever coming near this place. No! Have mercy! We were just... It was this woman. She brought us here, tempted us with promises of wealth. Deceived us, told us to pillage his house. We're innocent. M.D. Please have mercy on us. Give her to me then, as an offering. Absolutely, she's yours. Torture her however you please. I have one more condition. You never come near this house again. If you so much as consider it, you will all die by my curse. I swear it, we won't return. Run! Get out of here! Well, damn. Yeah, scare tactics. One of the most powerful tools in any army's arsenal, psychology. Without so much as a glance back, the villagers scrambled into the forest, and Amedy, the man who had rescued me that night, went right along with them. Is there kindness in this world? I wasn't sure what to think anymore. Don't think I'm helping you. His voice rained down on me, but I couldn't lift my head. There was such a gaping void in my chest. I had no idea what question I should be asking anymore. What I should be angry about. What I should be sad about. Not even the first clue. Look at me. Look at me, Giselle. Tell me, is it true you returned to the mansion to plunder it? That you brought those men here to rob me of my valuables? Answer me, Giselle. Yes, it's true. I persuaded them to steal from you. That is hardcore. Are you really so desperate for money that you resort to looting? Just how low will you go? Not only did you seduce my father, not only did you go digging around for information about me, you brought a mob to this house. And they were armed too. Were you trying to get me killed? Answer me, Giselle. Not even going to defend yourself? Your scheme failed, so you're retreating into silence. Oh, for God's sake, you sicken me. I'm done with you. I'm done. Leave this place and never show your face here again. As he shouted at me, I stared into his fiery red eyes. A somewhat inappropriate thought crossed my mind. Huh. So he can get emotional like anyone else. And my heart, stripped raw and cast out to sea, finally sunk deep enough to be crushed by the pressure. Me. What? If you want me gone, then kill me. You can do that, can't you? You can use your curse to kill me, can't you? Then do it. Right here. Use your power. Take my life. And if you don't want to do that, stab me with your knife. Kill me, kill me. Kill me! What? I'm done. I can't take it. I'm through with this old world. No one will believe anything I say. No one cares one bit about how I feel. They just walk all over me, laughing. Why? Tell me why. Why is this happening to me? I never stole anything. What are you talking about? I tried my best to look happy. I thought everything would work out if I could keep smiling. I believed that would make things better. But nothing ever got better. What did I ever do? Tell me. What did I do? But you. All I ever did was believe. Tried my best to survive. To always wear a smile. But if everything is going to be my fault, and I have to deal with that for the rest of my life, then I'm done. I don't want to live anymore. Powerful shit going down here. I don't want to live in this world anymore. Calm down, please. I don't follow what you're saying. My understanding is that you desired money, so you brought that mob. And before that, you used my father. You wouldn't believe me even if I told you the real story. You'll take your family's word over mine. You don't have any idea what I went through there. How hard it was just to keep myself together. What? I never wanted riches. All I wanted was a decent enough wage to allow my family to live comfortably. That's all I wanted. But the man, he used my family against me. He made me... forced me to... Here, yeah. He raped me. He raped me. What? Again and again, no matter how much I resisted, he wouldn't stop again and again. He threatened me, beat me, cut me with a knife. Over and over and over again. What? My father raped you. No one would believe me. I did nothing wrong. You don't believe me either, do you? So I'm done. I don't want this body anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore. I can't take it anymore. Help me, please. Set me free. Kill me. Kill me already. Use your curse and kill me. Kill me. Ah. Give me a moment. I need time to process this. Can do it, can't you? And kill me already. Kill me. Kill me now. Kill me, damn it. Give me time so we can talk this through. I want to hear everything from the beginning. Inside. Let's go inside and talk. The light hurts my eyes. That is powerful. Yeah, that is. As I said, this story is beautifully written. And that pain. Yeah. I mean, I am trying to put in a bit of effort into reading it. But it is still hard to read it, those words. He raped me. Over and over and all that stuff. It's hard to read. There was a door. I might have best let stay shut. Not knowing the truth would have been so much easier. I wouldn't have been made to shudder in disgust, hearing about the crimes of my own family. But if I hadn't opened that door, I would have lost everything. That day, after far too long, I finally let myself see the person in Giselle. Giselle didn't recover for some time after I managed to get her inside. Unsure what else I could do for her, I had her sit before the fireplace and waited in silence as she sobbed. I had no idea what one was supposed to say to someone who was crying. Was it normal to offer them a warm drink? I didn't know. I did know I needed to reflect on the things she had said outside and try to make sense of them. And from there, calm myself down and prepare for the conversation we were to have. As unpleasant as I was sure it would be. A considerable amount of time later, Giselle's sobbing drew to a stop, an oppressive silence stepping in to take its place. For far longer than what was comfortable, the only sound we heard was the gentle crackling of the fire. I had to say something. I knew that, but what I didn't know was how to begin. I knew nothing about having an honest, face-to-face discussion with someone about the things we were thinking and feeling. But that didn't change anything. I had to do it. Even if down the road lay truth I would be happier not seeing. Giselle. Could you please tell me what you did what was done to you at my family's home? How you ended up coming to this mansion, and what happened after you left. I would like to know everything, from start to finish. Will you believe what I tell you? You never so much as give me the time of day before. I have very much doubt you will ever find what I have to say agreeable. Will you still believe me, even then? Believe my word, a stranger's word, of your family or the people of the village? I cannot yet say. I must hear what you have to say to make that decision. I suppose that might be better than you saying you'll believe me unconditionally. All right, I'll tell you everything. Just know that nothing I say is a lie. Understood. Giselle methodically recounted her tale for me. She told me how she accepted an offer from the Bollingers to work as an Abigail to earn money for her family. Of how my father, Antonin, had other plans for her. Of the things he did to her. She spoke dryly, simply putting words to each event, one after the other. I had already seen how she felt deep down, though. Had heard her pain screams, which were undoubtedly genuine. I didn't think she was trying to deceive me. That was the sound of old wounds being torn open, and even I could see that. Or perhaps my own experiences were what allowed me to see it. Regardless, I had realized too late. I should have seen it sooner. She described it all mechanically to remain detached from what had happened to her, to protect herself. Of that, I had no doubts. Still, the things she told me were almost unbearable, and I had a difficult time accepting them. What was I supposed to do when I learned my father was a rapist? I was supposed to react to that revelation. But at the same time, it's the year 1000. Isn't it like... I'm not even sure if the word rape was a thing. Maybe it very well could have been. But she was a worker at his estate. I don't think that was an uncommon practice back in the year 1000. What was I supposed to think about the fact that this blood flowed through me? I repulsed myself. Do you want all the details? What do you mean? Of the wounds he gave me. I still have scars from the things he did. If you don't believe me, I can show them to you. No, that won't be necessary. I see. That's a relief. I don't think I could have handled that right now. I hadn't turned down her offer for her sake. I only did so because I didn't think I could take any more. I averted my eyes to protect myself. Why had I taken my mother's word, brushing aside everything Giselle had said and done? I knew good and well my mother was no longer in her right mind. Okay. So why had I thought her letter the truth? Why had I been unable to think rationally? There were, I believe, several factors. My childhood, my past, the witch's whispers. Oh, so you do hear her. And above all, my own character. Consumed with distrust for everything. I had to face it now. To open my eyes once more, to look at everything I had pretended away until now. I was not completely blameless for her suffering after all. Please, continue. If you will. I left off at the point where the mistress discovered what was happening, I believe. I was sent to this mansion to atone for my sins. Sins that she didn't even commit. It was decided I would be sent here rather than being executed, which is what the mistress wanted. At first, I assumed it would be essentially a private prison. But in the carriage on the way here, I was given a letter. A letter? From whom? It didn't say, but your father was the one who ordered me here, so I would guess it was him. The letter was very concise, simply explaining that there was someone already there. The Bollinger's youngest child. He didn't go into any more details than that. But he did ask me to look after you. Do you still have the letter? I don't. The coachman took it back after I was finished. Thinking back on it now, that was rather strange of him to do. It was just a harmless letter. It was anything but. What? It wasn't my father who wrote that letter. He believes me to be dead, so he would have sincerely thought he was banishing you to an empty house in a remote forest. The writer couldn't risk leaving anything that might suggest I was still alive. Then who? My brother, I believe. Either Didier or Georges, or Jorge's, but I would guess Didier. Your brother? Why would he? I do not know. I can't imagine why he would write such a letter, or why he would want to tell you about me. I don't believe he had any ill intentions, at least. I mean, he asked me to look after you. That makes it sound like he is concerned about you. Then why doesn't he stay in contact? Why does he never respond to my letters? It's a bit too late to suddenly start being concerned. No, never mind that now. Please, tell me the rest. And I don't know what's up, but my head is so floaty right now. I'm lightheaded from sitting like this. Alright. Giselle resumed the story from the day she fled the mansion, terrified by my behavior. She seemed to be putting a bit more emotion into her tone of voice now, perhaps because she could see I was more interested in this part. There was a deep sadness on her face as she described the night in the rain, listening to the thunder, when she gave up on living. And I knew I had caused it. She then told me of the time she spent in the nearby village. How, at first, life had seemed wonderful, but in time it had come crumbling down. Naturally, she wouldn't be here to tell me this if nothing had happened there. Once she was through with her tale, Giselle let out a long, heavy sigh, as though she had been holding it in for some time. I thought I could hear just a faint trembling in the air she exhaled. That is everything. Do you believe me? If you don't, if you still think I'm deceiving you, then I won't argue with you. That's fine. If that's the case, please just kill me. Why didn't you tell me this sooner? I know I wasn't very open to anything you said, but if that day, when I found you in my room, you had told me I was mistaken, that this sin belonged to my father, it might not have turned out like this. Yeah, but you were also very forceful, and still you have kept on saying, we are not equal, shit like that. You cannot blame her for being too afraid to tell you off. Again. The knife. What? You were holding a knife. I can't handle blades anymore. Ever since what happened, they scare me to death. Just the sight of one in someone's hand, and I start thinking they're going to use it on me. I can't help it. I start shaking uncontrollably, growing faint of breath. The world goes white. I can't even form words. There's nothing I can do. Now I finally see. She was grimacing in pain the day the package arrived, when you knocked my hand away. Because I was scared. Because it reminded me of that time. I had assumed she was simply jumpy from a guilty conscience. I felt nauseous realizing I had been pouring a constant stream of salt onto her unmendable wounds. What a damned fool I was. Why did you get so upset at me? Why did you have to point a knife at me? I didn't want you snooping. If you meant to sell information about me, I thought I had to do anything in my power to stop you. I'm still not convinced it was necessary. I was unarmed, I couldn't fight back. You didn't need a knife. I have nothing left anymore, so I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. You're a jerk. What you did was inexcusable. You may not have hurt me physically, but you still hurt me. Humans are frail creatures, they wound easily. Apologize. What? Apologize to me. I said apologize. I'm sorry. Again. Put your heart into it. Convince me you mean it. I'm sorry. Again, once more. Get down on your knees and shout it from your gut. I am so very sorry. Was that a laugh? Jeez, that's such a strange man. Strange? You told me to do it. Nothing's going like I thought it would. I figured even if we talked, you would just deny everything I said. I didn't think you'd actually listen to me. But you did. You listened. And you looked quite distressed by what you heard. I looked distressed. Oh yes, you sure did. I wish I had a mirror to show you. I'm sure you didn't want to believe what I said, but you didn't once accuse me of lying. You faced up to the truth, and you apologized. I seem to have had the wrong impression of you as well. I didn't try to see you for who you were, instead letting myself believe you were someone to be afraid of. To be honest, I didn't like you very much. The feeling was mutual, but for some reason, I don't feel that way now. Is it guilt? I need to apologize to you too. Apologize? For what? I led the villagers here. I almost sold my soul to the devil. I tried to sell you out to save myself. And for that, I am truly sorry. I don't understand. Do I need to get down on my knees too? No, that's not what I meant. The blame falls on the village for falsely accusing you of stealing. You were a convenient scapegoat for the real thieves. They planned to take advantage of you from the start. That Hamidi was probably in on it as well. Yeah, like I said, like the second door. To get back at you for rejecting his proposal. Plus, giving the village a single target to let out their frustration on would, in a way, help unify them. He used you to meet that end. In order to escape from the trap, you told them about me. But this was after I had threatened you, causing you to flee from this place. You have nothing to apologize for. Still, I still feel really bad about it. So, I'm sorry anyway. You are unexpectedly stubborn. But now that we both apologize to each other, we can call everything square. Square? Square. We were both in the wrong. So we apologized, and we forgave each other. She gave a little smile, but all I could do was stare at her. Brow furrowed in perplexity, like I was looking at some bizarre fantasy land creature. The weight of our crimes was not equal. What I had done to her was so very much worse. Furthermore, I am Antonine's son. His blood flows through me. Could you honestly say you don't find me revolting? That you're willing to forgive me for that? I didn't think I would be able to. If I were her, my grudge would extend to all of my family, everyone I had ever come in contact with. I can't. Although, you don't need forgiveness for being his son. Being related to someone doesn't make you responsible for their sins. It wouldn't be fair to blame you for that. You're curious. What? Curious? About what? No, not that curious. You're a strange creature. I'm human, you know. Yes, I know you're human. You're making me lightheaded. Is it a medical emergency? That's quite a leap in logic. You know, I was at my lowest just a little bit ago, and now I'm laughing again. It's odd. I never expected I would recover at all. I was just as surprised as her. She had been through hell, and she had more than enough reason to despise me, to shower me with vitriol, but instead, she was smiling. And even more unexpected was the fact that I felt relieved to see her. I really, truly wished I had gotten to know him sooner. But that will actually be where we end today's episode. Okay, so I don't have any actual tears forming, but I could feel how I was tearing up throughout this entire thing. That was hard to read. But yeah, it's also amazing because I've said it so many times. This story is beautifully written and it's impactful. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And thank you, Joseph, for donating directly to my Ko-fi page. If you guys want to help me out, you can do so by clicking the link down in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.